Welcome to the Bigger Flip Show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping houses, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So, we're talking about qualifying the lead. So, there are four pillars of motivation, according to the great Brent Daniels. There is time, reason, condition, and price. Price is a little funky. It's something you really want to know, and it could lead to a good deal, but it is more of an indication of what's going on. So, most sellers know the price, some don't. So I have a three-step process to get price. I used to just straight up ask, what were you looking for? I got price about 25% of the time because I find most sellers in New York and a lot of sellers in other places don't want to give you that number first. They want you to give the number first. So I have a process. It's really a psychological process, three steps. Sometimes you get it on the first step. Sometimes you get a second step. Sometimes you get an idea on the third step. But if a person lives there, they usually know the price, right? Sometimes they don't, but they just inherited their family's property and they live on the other side of the country or in another country. They may not know the price. So you sort of have to know how much to push. But I have a great system in my script to get price. And I get price now, since I started that script, about 75% of the time. And it's very helpful, right? Because sometimes one of my leads managers will schedule an appointment. Sorry. And I look, and this guy wants full retail. And I'm like, he said it's in pretty good condition. He has a good reason. He said it's not. So you have to, knowing price helps a lot. I'm sure sometimes it hurts, right? Because sometimes if a guy is telling you a high price and you go in there thinking this is probably not going to be a deal and maybe he wants a list, and then you find out that there's really a reason why he can't list. He didn't tell you. He told you it was a 7 or an 8 in condition. And you get there, it's like a 2. That happens sometimes. So you're sort of going in with the wrong mindset. But most of the time, it's going to be helpful. So if you tell me the four pillars of motivation, right? You tell me when somebody wants to sell, why they want to sell, what they think the condition of the property is, and what price they want. I can tell you pretty much if it's a deal very quickly. But sometimes we go in expecting price, and really, let me tell you what happens a lot. What happens a lot is someone cannot get full price, right? So they go, well, it's a terrible condition. I need to sell in 2 weeks, but I want $600,000 for it. And you're like, I'll go on that appointment because I know they're never going to get $600,000 for it, assuming that's what the numbers that work, right? What they say is they want full price, even though the property's in terrible condition. That happens more than you can imagine. I'll still go on and I'll make an offer for $400,000, right? Now, some people won't. They just won't make the offer. I may be the only offer on it. So it's very good to get price, but you need to understand that most sellers are going to ask for more than they really expect to get. So you have to have that in mind. But those are really the important parts of speaking to a lead. From the great Brent Daniels is those four pillars of motivation, and from the great Josh Hines is really the order to ask them in. So I would say those are the four ways to qualify a lead. There are other questions to ask also. Are there any other people that are going to be involved in decision making? You want to get other deal killers that may show up, but those four pillars of motivation are really the basis of every qualifying call. So thank you very, very much for watching. Yeah.